300cc enduro bikes, really big selling bikes, and surrounded by 3 of them from Europe. Well, a lot of people regard as, I guess, the market leader, and certainly is from a sales point of view. KTM's 2015 model 300EXC. Behind me, the Italian bike, the Beta RR300, and French bike, Sherco 300SE-R. R stands for racing. Both the Sherco and the Beta only come in the racing versions with some up-spec suspension, etc. Very interesting bikes. Just in context, I suppose, like when you look at, take KTM for instance, they sell 3 times more 300EXCs than they do 250EXCs. So this thing of 50cc's, for some reason, creates the desire for trail riders to buy 3 times as many. They sell about sort of 450, 500 of those a year, KTM does, compared to about 150 of the 250s. So it makes a lot of sense, obviously, that these other brands from Europe, with Sherco and Beta, are focusing a lot of their development energy on the trail and enduro market, on their 300 machines. Yes, there's a gas, yes, there's a Husqvarna, and yes, there's a TM. It couldn't make it, weren't available for the test. So we thought we'd get going with these 3 key issues. So what come out of the test? Well, we spent a couple of days. We did some enduro loops, some real snotty stuff in typical Aussie bush, going pretty hard, a lot of grass track, and then spent a whole day today up in the trails just to get a feel for the bike's character in those different environments, because it's quite clear from when you talk to dealers that the people that buy these bikes aren't just the guys going racing. There are a lot of the maybe bigger guys who just like the low maintenance and chuggability of these 300s with enormous torque. All of them run exactly the same 72 by 72 mil bore and stroke, so it's obviously a magic configuration. In the way of upgrades, the Beta just gets some, from a top line point of view, it just gets some ergo upgrades with plastics, red rear guard, softer seat. We've got a bar pad. Also in the engine, basically they fitted, it's a whole different combustion chamber. They fitted the engine that was on the factory edition bike last year. Aside from that, not huge upgrades for the Beta. With the Sherco 300SE-R, they've done a little bit of stuff with the swing arm pivot. They've strengthened the foot pegs. On the engine, they've done quite a lot of work. Obviously, the big difference here is it's got an electronic power valve. Both the Beta's got quite a sophisticated power valve with booster ports, and they've got a 5-turn preload spring. KTM has 3 different springs, power valve options, with some preload options. Big thing, electronic power valve, not new, obviously they've been around for a while, but Sherco's really persisting with that technology, so they've made a few tweaks on the way that the actual the electronic power valve mechanism works and how it opens. So with the KTMs, big differences really, and they're not huge, really only subtle changes for 2015. They've got the orange frames, the black rims, which they used on the ISD bikes for many years, the giant rims that is. There's a new speedo, softer grips, and different graphics, but that's it for the KTM for 2015. In terms of detail, in the November-December issue, which is coming out in early November 6 I think, we've got a big story on these bikes. We go into a lot of detail about the different character of their engine and suspension. We also do things like what a lot of people quite often contact and go, hey, tell me about fuel economy. It's quite interesting. They're quite different in how fuel efficient the bikes are, so we do that both under race conditions and out on the trail. So keep an eye on that issue. November-December comes out in early November.